challenges of a business owner as an entrepreneur, but you're not reaping the benefits. And I was kind of told like, hey, Stacey, you should really be putting this in for yourself, for your own business or something that benefits you and your family. Just so happened that like, we kind of formed our own family. So So I really took from that, that whole dream, that 9 to 5 dream that we're all kind of sold in school. If you find yourself, at home thinking about work, and you're not working for yourself or a business that you have some type of ownership or profit share in, it might be time to consider. Hey guys, welcome to the BMF Business Marketing Family Podcast. I'm David Tash. This is my wife, Stacey Tash. And today we're going to talk about business and why we got into business in the first place and just share our different experiences. Me as a husband, as a father in business, Stacey as a
wife, mother, as I carry all trades, all hats.
So one of the first things we want to address is like, hey, this podcast, this show, what's it going to be about? Like, what's the purpose of it? So we really want to share our knowledge and give back to our community, our audience, and just, share like our journeys, the ups and downs. We're going to be 100% real, 100% transparent, because on social media these days, all you see are the roses, right? Everything smells good. Everything looks good. But in actuality, business is bumpy. It's rough. There's been some really tough times. But if you stick with it, and you have the right stuff, you're going to make it out the other end stronger. You're going to be in a better place. So we want to share our experiences, so this way it can help anyone that's thinking about taking that journey for themselves and just be as real as possible.
This podcast is going to be about business, everything we know, everything that we learned through being in business and just talking to, being part of business groups, engaging with other business owners, marketing, like what we've learned, what we've studied to get really good at it. And then of course, family, which is I think more of a personal development, since we're in it, we're parents, we're spouses. So it's been a learning journey since the beginning of that union and parenting. And so we're going to just definitely share everything we've learned and even things that we've learned from other people, because I think the more you learn, you want to seek others to help you learn and grow. So we've done that personally and professionally. So we're here to just share it with you.
Right? The more you learn, the more you earn. That's a quotable. And of course, we're going to be talking about marketing and marketing tips, because that's what we do. It's just like, it's going to just pour out of us. So just one of the things. So you can learn, hey, business stuff, marketing stuff, and of course, family. And I wouldn't say balancing, because you can never really have a true balance. Counterbalancing, rebalancing, and how to refocus. Because sometimes you're going to spend more time on your business, which is okay. You got to pay the bills, right? Your family needs a place to stay, right? Sometimes you're going to need to spend more time with the family, and your business is in decent enough shape that allows you to do so. So, it's all about counterbalancing and just figuring out what your family needs at the moment and being the best for your family. So that being said, Stacey, what got you into business in the first place?
Oh, well, Mr. Cash, actually he did. So I actually have a background as a social worker. I was a social worker for many years and went to school for it, had my master's, had my license in it. And my idea of life was working 9 to 5 or whatever the hours were, and being a really, really great social worker, which I was. Meeting David, of course, when I met him, he was an entrepreneur. He was already a business owner. So I got to kind of get the front row seat of how a business owner works, how they live their life, how they grow something out of nothing and make it into something. So, and seeing that on a daily basis was just very encouraging and just oh my God, this is amazing. And I think just even having encouragement from David was what helped me just jump a leap of faith and go into business and go into the entrepreneurship lifestyle.
Right. I mean, I tell you, that 9 to 5, that dream of being able to go to work, come home and not have to worry about work, and like you can just leave your work at home. Like it sounds so amazing, like this fantasy, like, oh, I get off of work and then I can just like do things that I want to do. I never have to think about what happened at work. But I know when I met Stacy, I saw how hard she worked, and she always brought her work home with her. And I looked at it like, well, if you're gonna take your work home with you, and if you're watching this, you're like, yeah, I'm the same type of person where I'm constantly thinking about work and the problems and how to solve them. It's like you have I guess the challenges of a business owner as an entrepreneur, but you're not reaping the benefits. And I always kind of told her like, hey, Stacy, you should really be putting this in for yourself, for your own business, or something that benefits you and your family. Just so happened that we kind of formed our own family. So yeah. So I really took from that, that whole dream, that 9 to 5 dream that we're all kind of sold in school. If you find yourself, at home thinking about work, and you're not working for yourself or a business that you have some type of ownership or profit share in, it might be time to consider that.
So what made you get into business?
I think I was one of those people that always knew I was going to be an entrepreneur, because I am super stubborn and I always try to do things my own way. And growing up, that definitely led me into a lot of situations that were bumpy. I started my first business when I believe I was like 13. When my dad came to me and said, hey, if you want stuff, find a way to get it. So I said, okay, fine. And I remember I started up a tutoring service called Tutors R Us, and I literally went to like the local supermarket, and we had to make a flyer. We scotch taped it to the supermarket. And then like a couple of days later, I went there, they were all taken down. So I put them back up. It was like this constant battle of like putting my stuff back up. But we had people call, and my mom was nice enough to let people call the house phone, because there were no cell phones back then. And they're like, oh, who do you want to speak to? My 13-year-old son about what? My mom was like really cool, like so blessed. And that was my first ever business that I started. I had a couple of my buddies will come. We had a Hooked on Phonics kit, and we would like Hooked on Phonics tutor these kids. It went really well for a time until my grades started to slip, and my mom said, all right, that's it. She shut it down. So, at the time I was upset, but long run, definitely the right decision. So thank you for that, Mom, if you see this. So knowing what you know now and the experiences that you've had, if you had a choice between sticking with the 9 to 5 job and going into business, what would you choose?
I think I would choose like the entrepreneurial lifestyle. I think or just owning my own businesses. I feel like it depends, and I don't think it's for everyone. I think, there's a need for people to be in 9 to 5 or traditional jobs, right? There's a need for doctors, there's a need for nurses, social workers, all, the jobs that you have to go to school for. But there's also a need for people to be creative and start their own businesses and their own life outside of tradition. And I feel like knowing what I know now and just knowing myself more and growing into myself more, like this was more of like the lifestyle. This was more of my journey that I was meant to be on. And I think a lot of things factor into that. But if I was to do it over again, I think I would have went into this journey or found a way to get into it sooner than later.
Very, very insightful. So, no, I mean, entrepreneurship is great. Employee, it's great. Like, you have to know what it is best for you. You have to know yourself, right? And either path you choose is phenomenal. Like, that's your path. Be confident in that. Be happy with that. I know some entrepreneurs that are better off like being employees and vice versa. I feel like for me, it wasn't that I said, oh man, I want to be an entrepreneur. It was like I am an entrepreneur. It's like, oh, you guys define the things that I do. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like part of like who you are. And like I said, when I met Stacy, she was doing the things that an entrepreneur would do anyway. I was like, oh, you just, like, you might as well benefit from these activities that you're doing anyway, And
I will say, like, sometimes I do work for other people, like one that, when I feel like I don't need to be the boss in a situation or being, just, I want to be that, the employee or the support in that organization or business, I will do that. But then there's opportunities where I want to be the boss or the creator, someone who drives the business, the company. So I've done both. I do like both. I think nowadays I do it in a way where I have more time, where I'm not, again, like just working for like in that 9 to 5 realm, bringing my work home all the time. Like I'm more flexible with my time.
Yeah.
So.
And one of the things that, through COVID, better or for worse, I feel like a lot of corporations, a lot of businesses are being more flexible with their employees. Like working remote is not like an unimaginable thing. Like before, it was a small percentage of the job force had the ability to work from home or work remotely. Now, a lot of businesses are allowing their team members, employees, to have a day of remote work or a week of remote work and things like that. So, for better or for worse, the pandemic it sucks. We all know that there are some things that has come from it that is making the job force or the working situation better. We're entrepreneurs, so I'm always going to tell someone, follow your path, like what you feel is the right thing to do. This is my path, doesn't necessarily mean that's the right path for you. We just want to share our journey. So for the people that are like, oh man, yeah, I'm the same way. I know, I rather take less money working for myself than more money working for somebody else, or being in an entrepreneurial setting, or it's just who you are. Like this journey, this podcast, this show is definitely for you, and we're excited to make it.
We'll have like videos, sometimes recorded, sometimes live, on social media. So really excited to get started. And we'll talk a lot about business, marketing, and family, and working together. Because not all business partners are married. So this is this is not the typical business partnership, but it's definitely a journey. So it's definitely one that we'll definitely share and talk about too.
Right. So we're going to release these episodes every Wednesday. And if you haven't already, join our Facebook group. It's LinkedIn Sales and Marketing Mastery, where we'll actually go live in that group. So this way you can comment, you can ask questions, and we'll answer your questions live. And again, it'll be Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Eastern. And we're looking forward to have you join us on this journey. Hey guys, it's Dave with Tash Ads. If you like this video, like and subscribe to our channel for more awesome content on business, marketing, and family. And if you are a recruiter or a consultant and you're looking for a way to get more clients quickly, link in the description below. Book a call with myself and my team. We'll love to talk about you and your business and see how we can help. Take care.